What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to ARC Sports Cards. Today we got another top 5 trending Young Guns video. This one is for April edition of the top 5 trending Young Guns. As per usual, this is not financial advice. Please invest in sport cards at your own risk. All the graphs will be courtesy of Sport Card Investor, not a sponsor or anything, and all the prices will be for PSA 10, Young Guns, and USD. Also keep in mind this is just my list. It's not the right list. It's possible I could have missed someone that is also trending. So if I did miss someone that is trending upwards, please let me know down in the comments below. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Completely free. Change your mind at any time. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed. Follow us over on Instagram at ARC Sports Cards. Without further ado, let's get it started with number 5. Kicking us off here with number 5 is going to be a former first overall pick. It is going to be Alexis Lafreniere of the New York Rangers. As of late, he has gone on a bit of a hot streak. We'll see if that can continue going into the playoffs, but I think a lot of the reason why he's trending is because of playoffs, and if he can really break out in the playoffs and help the Rangers go on a run, I think his cards could go up even more. Let's take a look here at his stats. As we can see, looking at the stats here, Alexis Lafreniere has set a career high in points this season for 56 points in 79 games. 3 games to go. We'll see how much higher that number goes. Will this continue in the future? Will he continue to progress his game? I think so. If so, I think this is an okay buying opportunity, but I think in the summer that could be even better buying opportunity to bet on Lafreniere's breakout. It really just depends how much faith you have in Alexis Lafreniere. And take a look at his graph here. You can see his PSA 10 Young Guns has shot up from about 99 USD a month ago to about 173 USD, and I think it's going to continue to climb as long as the Rangers are in the playoffs. If they go on a deep playoff run and he's a big part of it, I think it'll continue to climb upwards. If they get eliminated in round 1, I could see this card go down a little bit, maybe level off, and I wouldn't mind buying Lafreniere in the summer. Now I don't think it's a great time considering with the playoffs on the horizon, and it's already kind of trending upwards. If you think they're going to go on a playoff run, maybe now's a good buying time. I think this is a decent selling opportunity, but I am probably going to end up buying Lafreniere in the summer because we could see a big breakout season from him next year. Up next with number 4 is a guy that's been on these lists multiple times, and I think I've said to sell him a couple times now, but it's Uri Slafkovsky's Young Guns. He just keeps climbing because he's just keeping up that consistency. He's playing way better than he was in his first year and the first half of this season, and he looks like he's really growing into his own. He looks like a different player from last year, and yeah, I'm excited about Uri Slafkovsky's future, and yeah, I don't know how much more this card keeps growing, but for now, it's still going up. Taking a look at Slafkovsky's stats, we can see that he smashes total from his rookie season with 48 points in 78 games, and he's been roughly around a point per game in the second half of the season, ever since Nick Suzuki went to Marty and said, hey, move him to my line, I'll show him how to play. Ever since Slafkovsky, Suzuki, and Caulfield have been paired on the top line, they've all been playing a lot better, and I don't really know what Slafkovsky's future holds in his cards. Considering his cards are up so much right now, I'll be interested to see how much they do dip off in the summer, because I do expect there to be a bit of a dip at some point before next season because the Habs aren't going to be playing during the playoffs. Take a look at his graph here, and this is what his graph has looked like for the last 3 months. If I add the paid subscription service for Sport Card Investor, I could show you guys the 3-month graph, but I don't, so I can only see the 1-month graph, unfortunately. You can see his Young Guns last month started at 214 USD, and one recently sold for 366 USD. That is crazy. That is crazy to me. I don't think that's sustainable. I think this is a good selling opportunity. I've said that for the last 3 months, though, but the season is about to end. I am expecting a dip in Slafkovsky's cards, but I do think people are still going to be buying him because they're going to expect an even bigger breakout next season, so I don't think they'll dip off completely to what they were at their low point around like 150, 125 USD, but I could definitely see them going back to around 200 USD over the summer, so I would sell now unless you're planning on holding for long term. All right, coming up next at number 3 is going to be a guy that just got called up late in the season. He's been playing pretty well. Actually, the Montreal Canadiens and the top 3 teams passed on him. It is Shane Wright, the 4th overall pick to the Seattle Kraken. I still can't believe that happened. He fell to 4, but he's been playing really well late in the season since being called up to the Kraken, and yeah, his cards have gone up as a result. Looking at Shane Wright's stats, I've said in the past, I really like how Seattle is developing Wright. They're really taking their time with him because they're not really a contender right now, and they expect Wright to be a big part of their franchise. Putting him down in the AHL, learning the professional game, 43 points in 56 AHL games this season, 5 points in 7 NHL games here at the end of the season, and that's why his Young Guns are trending upwards right now. Yeah, just really taking their time developing Shane Wright and making sure that he gets all the time he needs before he's exposed to the professional game. Looking at his graph here over the past 30 days, we can see his Young Guns about a month ago were around 70 USD. Lately, they've been selling for around 100 USD, so they are trending upwards. Now, I don't think this continues to trend upwards as Seattle is not a playoff team. I think this is kind of dip off, similar to Slavkovsky a little bit, and I think Shane Wright's a good buying opportunity, honestly, heading into the next season. I'm not sure what the Seattle card market will look like and how many Shane Wright buyers there will be. It kind of depends. If he has a big breakout season and everybody's talking about it, everyone's going to want Shane Wright cards. If he's kind of flying under the radar and no one's really talking much about it, he probably won't go up a ton. It's just really whether or not you think Shane Wright's going to be a big part of Seattle's offense next season, and is he going to have a breakout season. All right, up next at number 2 is going to be somebody who is playoff bound and is young, looking to make a name for himself. Wyatt Johnson of the Dallas Stars is trending upwards, and I am a huge Wyatt Johnson fan. I think he is very underrated, and the Dallas Stars in general are just very underrated in my opinion. Now, I know they're at the top of the Central right now, but just not a lot of people are giving them enough credit. I think they have one of the best teams in the league and should be a cup favorite. And yeah, if they go on a run and Wyatt Johnson is a big part of it, I can see his young guns trending up even more. Look at Johnson's stats in his sophomore season: 65 points in 79 games. Very impressive stuff from Johnson. The only issue I have with Wyatt Johnson's cards is, I say this saying a lot, but I'm going to say it again. There's a lot of cooks in the kitchen in Dallas. I think Wyatt Johnson right now is just a line cook. That may sound cheesy, but you look at Joe Pavelski, you look at Rupe Hintz, you look at Miro Heiskanen, you look at Jason Robertson. There are so many stars on this Stars team. Holy, I'm saying puns everywhere. Like, I don't think Wyatt Johnson is one of those top names on this team that people immediately draw attention to. So I think he's going to have to do something really spectacular in the playoffs to gain substantial value. But I really like Johnson for the future anyway. Looking at Johnson's graph, we can see it's recently shot from 100 USD to 128 USD. Not as big as a gain as some other cards on this list, but I think with Dallas going into the playoffs, I think this card has more room to grow this season compared to guys like Shane Wright and Slavkovsky, whose season will be ending next week. Johnson, I could see Dallas going on a long playoff run. I think this is a decent buying opportunity if you think they're going to go on a playoff run, or if you just like Johnson in the future in anyways. But keep in mind, Dallas does not have the greatest card market. Guys like Jason Robertson are undervalued. Guys like Rupe Hintz. Wyatt Johnson could also be undervalued, just in general because of the team he plays for. All right, coming in at our number 1 spot, the number 1 young gun trending for the month of April is someone that surprised me at first, but it makes sense. Sebastian Aho, Young Guns of the Carolina Hurricanes, is trending, and I think with the playoffs upon us, this just makes a lot of sense because I think Carolina is the best Carolina has been in a long time. Adding Gensel and Kuznetsov, I think those are the missing pieces this team needed to win a Stanley Cup, and if they do win a Stanley Cup, I think Sebastian Aho is the main centerpiece of this offense, so his cards would go up. Looking at his stats, we can see that Sebastian Aho has set a career high in points, in 87 points in 76 games, but I don't think that's the reason his young guns are trending upwards. I think people are just buying them in advance in case they do go on and win a Stanley Cup, because I think he is the centerpiece of this offense, and if they were to win a cup, he would most likely be a big part of it, unless, of course, he struggled or something, or maybe he got injured. I think his young guns would definitely go up if they went on a run. Taking a look at his graph here, you can see his young guns have gone from around 81 USD to 125 USD, and like I said, I think it's just people being smart, buying ahead. If you can get one for a decent price, wouldn't mind buying him right now. Now, I do think he'll tail off in the summer, but I expect a good playoff run from the Carolina Hurricanes. It's really, do you think Carolina's going to go far in the playoffs? If you do, buy a Sebastian Aho Young Guns. It can't hurt. And if you don't want to buy a PSA 10, buy one raw. I'm sure they'll still go up if they go on a run. And yeah, so let me know if you guys enjoyed this video down in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anybody. Thank you all so much for watching another one of these videos. You guys are absolutely killing it on these. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.